Welcome to Just Us. Today we're talking about relationships, marriage, and what it truly means for two individuals to grow into one. Many people enter relationships believing that unity is achieved when two people share the same goals. They want the same house, the same lifestyle, the same financial future, the same family vision. While these things are important, they are not the foundation of oneness. A shared vision is not simply about agreeing on where we're going. It's about agreeing on who we're going into while traveling there together. Because two people can stand in the same place, pursue the same dreams, and still feel worlds apart. Yet two people can face completely different challenges and still feel deeply connected because they have cultivated a shared state of being. When two people come together, they do not arrive empty-handed. Each person brings a history, a way of thinking, a way of loving, a way of communicating, and a way of seeing the world. No one begins as one. They begin as two distinct individuals. The beauty of a healthy relationship is not that one person disappears into the other. The beauty is that both individuals continue growing while intentionally moving in the same direction. Oneness is not the loss of identity. It is the harmonization of identity. Like two instruments playing different notes that together create one song. Many couples spend significant time discussing what they want to build together, and they should. But an equally important conversation is, what atmosphere do we want to live in? Do we want a home governed by peace, by patience, by kindness, by honesty, by mutual respect? Do we want our relationship to be a place where both people feel seen, heard, valued, and safe? These questions matter because the quality of the relationship is not determined solely by external achievements. It is determined by the intentional environment the couple creates together. A couple can have everything they plan for and still feel disconnected. Another couple may be building slowly, yet experience deep fulfillment because they share the same state of being. Before the strength will fight, change it when we look back from years to perhaps one of the greatest misconceptions about marriage is that becoming one happens at a ceremony. Legally, a marriage begins in the moment. Relationally, oneness is a lifelong process. It is something that grows. It develops through conversations, through forgiveness, through understanding, through shared experiences, through choosing one another repeatedly. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to ask, will we move apart or will we grow together? Every disagreement becomes an opportunity to ask, can we protect the relationship while solving the problem? Growing into one is not about winning. It's about learning how to carry a shared we without losing the individual I. You met me with the world of your own. Two different paths, two different journeys. Healthy relationships often have a vision beyond the present moment. Not simply a vision of what they want to possess, but a vision of who they desire to become. Imagine a couple asking, who are we 5 years from now? How do we speak to one another? How do we handle adversity? How do we celebrate success? How do we navigate disappointment? How do we care for one another when life is difficult? The answers to those questions begin shaping the relationship today, because the future is not only built by plans, It is built by present choices. Every act of patience plants a seed. Every act of grace plants a seed. Every act of understanding plants a seed. And over time, those seeds become the shared state from which a shared life emerges. The strongest relationships are often not those with the fewest problems. They are the relationships where both people have committed themselves to the same way of being. When one stumbles, the other remembers the vision. When one becomes discouraged, the other protects the atmosphere. When life becomes uncertain, both return to the values they agreed would govern their relationship. The shared state becomes an anchor, not because life is always easy, but because both people have agreed upon the spirit in which they will face life together. Perhaps the deepest expression of love is not simply saying, I want to spend my life with you. Perhaps it is saying, I am committed to growing with you. I am committed to becoming with you. I am committed to creating an atmosphere where we both can flourish. Marriage and partnerships are not merely about sharing a home, a name, or a future. They're about two individuals intentionally cultivating a shared state of being that allows them to grow into one. Because oneness is not an event. It is a continual act of choosing alignment, a continual act of choosing connection, a continual act of choosing us. Thank you for joining this episode of Just Us. Until next time, remember that the strongest relationships are not built solely by shared dreams, but by the shared state from which those dreams are pursued.